What is going on, everybody? It is David here, helping you play creatively. Today we are looking at literally one of my favorite chords. All right, we're talking about a sharp 5, sharp 9 chord. Now, it is one of my favorite chords because it has so much crunch to it. All right, I just like that crunchy factor to it, and I also like some cool stuff that you could do with it, okay? Okay, so today we're going to talk about this chord and how you can use it as a passing chord. Now, this is an essential passing chord, especially in gospel music. So let's get right to the lesson. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at how it would be applied in a song. So what would it sound like? Okay, so let's take the song, Give Thanks. Give thanks with a grateful heart. Give thanks to the Holy One. Give thanks. Okay, so there I just used it 2 times. I use it as a passing chord going to the C minor. Okay, so I use that G, sharp 5, sharp 9, going to the C minor, and then I use it again as a passing chord going to A flat. Okay. Give thanks. Okay, so if we let's first learn it in the key of E flat, then we'll go to the key of C and we'll learn it there as well. Okay, so in the key of E flat, we're going to talk about using this first as a passing chord going to the 6th degree of the scale. So the 6th would be C minor, and so anytime we're going to the 6th degree, in this case C minor, we can use the 3rd, go to the 3 of the scale. So we're in E flat. And then we could make that a sharp 5, sharp 9 chord. Now, when I say sharp 5, sharp 9 chord, the first thing you need to do is this, okay? If you don't know the chord at all, you need to play the major chord. So we're going to play G major. We're going to sharpen the 5, okay? Okay? And so sharp 5, that's clearly in the way the chord is spelled out, okay? Now we have an augmented chord here, okay? So that tells us this is a form of an augmented chord. And then we have the sharp 9, which would be the 9 of G is A. Now, you may be saying, wait a minute, bro, you only counted 1 note over. Well, if we continue counting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we realize that A is 2 or A is also 9, okay? So we're sharpening that. So we have sharp 5 with the raising that D to D sharp or E flat, and then we have the A here, which we're bringing that up to A sharp, B flat, okay? And so we're sharpening that, okay? Now, it is a dominant chord, and so we're going to go ahead and add the dominant 7 to it, okay? So the dominant 7 would be F, okay? F is 7 notes away from G, 5, 6, 7, and F sharp is the major 7. So what we would do is we bring that down a half step to get to the dominant 7, okay? All right, so here, now the way so the chord is spelled out like this: G, A sharp, or B flat, B, D, D sharp, E flat, F. Okay, those are the notes within the chord, but that does not fit well with your fingers, okay? Yeah, that doesn't fit well with my fingers. So the way I voice my chords, this chord particularly at first, is I bring the dominant 7 down here, and then I play everything else in that position. And then I don't play the G in my right hand, okay? So it's a rootless voicing in my right hand, and then I play the bass in my left, all right? So that's how I would voice the chord going to C minor, okay? And then I would do the same thing with that A chord, okay? We have A major, we're going to go through this rather quickly now. So we're going to go sharp 5, we have B is the 9, so C is going to be our sharp 9. We have our dominant 7, which is G, okay? Now, instead of playing the G up here, we're going to play the G down here, and we're going to take out the A, and move it over to G, and then we're going to play the A in our left hand, okay? All right? So that's how I voice my sharp 5, sharp 9 chords at first, okay? And then I try to work on different voicings for them, okay? All right? So now you can use this chord here, go into a C minor 7, or you can make a 3, a sharp 5, sharp 9 chord, go into minor 6, okay? So now let's do this in the key of C. All right? So in the key of C, we're going to have E is going to be our 3, and A is going to be our 6, okay? And so we're going to play the E major chord. We're going to go sharp 5. F sharp is our 9, so we're going to play G is our sharp 9. D is our dominant 7, so we're going to bring that D down here, and we're going to take the E and move it over here, okay? And we're going to play the E in our left hand, all right? Now we can use this chord, go into A minor, okay? All right, so like, let's say a song would be, I'm gonna see a victory. All right, you heard that, me using that sharp 5, sharp 9 chord, going to that A minor, okay? Now, let's take it a little bit further, okay? Sometimes, you know, this can be a little bit too thick, or you may just want an entirely different voicing. So we're gonna go ahead and take this same E sharp 5, sharp 9 chord, but we're gonna look at a different voicing for it. One of my favorite ways I like to voice this chord, and we're gonna even add 2 sharp 5, sharp 9 chords together, okay? All right, guys, let's go ahead and look at this chord, but a different voicing for it, okay? So the voicing we're gonna look at is this one here. All right, now it is G sharp and D in my left hand, and G, C, and E in my right. Now let's hear how I would apply this in a song, okay? What a beautiful name it is. What a beautiful name it is. The name of Jesus Christ, my King. All right? Now, what's going on there is I'm playing this same sharp 5, sharp 9 chord, but I'm going up a half step. Okay? And then I'm bringing it back down to that sharp 5, sharp 9 chord. So it's like I add a passing chord to my passing chord before I get to the main chord within the song, okay? All right? So I go up a half step, or I can go down a half step. So like if I'm here, I can go down, take all my notes down a half step, okay? And then I can go up to it. So like, let's see. Give thanks with a grateful heart. Give thanks. Okay? So I hope you see the different ways that you could apply the sharp 5, sharp 9 chord. Now, if you would like to go further, or you would like to go a whole lot more slower in a step-by-step process, I definitely recommend going to play-creatively.com, where I've created some workshops and other resources to help you understand this and so much more. Well, until next time, keep watching, keep learning, and we'll keep growing together. I'll see you next week.